Welcome back, everyone, to the Texarkana Bandits Dynasty here on College Football 26. And we're 2-0 to start the year. Some crazy games to begin the year, am I right? That East Carolina game was certainly not what we anticipated, but we came out on top in a scare factor in a game we probably shouldn't have won. But now it's the game we probably shouldn't win. Number 13, Georgia, going to their house in Athens. I can tell you I'm not confident. I don't think we're going to upset them, but we'll see how this team fares. Looking at the Sun Belt early on, we are the rare sight of a 2-0 team. Not many teams played in Week 0 in the Sun Belt, but us and Georgia Southern, 2-0 on the year so far in the Sun Belt. As for the Sun Belt games today, a lot of tough matchups. You see Clemson, Duke, and Georgia all on the schedule for the Sun Belt. Tulane in there as well. Man, the Sun Belt getting worked over here in Week 3, it feels like. Or I'm sorry, Week 2. Georgia's top player to watch is Landon Roldan, the junior wide receiver out of Bogart, Georgia. We've had our issues with top-tier receivers. Zach Fields going to be matched up on him most of the day unless he moves to the slot. That's essentially how the matchup's going to go, I would assume. Hopefully, he can handle it. I know they're going to talk about Quashid Scott being on him. I don't think Scott's going to see Roland much. Defensively, Elijah Griffin is their top defensive player, the 5-star defensive tackle out of Pooler, Georgia. He's going to cause problems. Our offensive line isn't the strongest by any means. I think he is going to be a problem to deal with. If they're able to do a good job, if Mormon can hold him off, I mean, that's going to be a very, very big statement for him. More so than Elijah Griffin, in my opinion. He already has 2.5 sacks on the season and 4 tackles for loss. I got a bad feeling he's going to add a lot more in this one. As the Bulldogs get set for home action in Athens, we upset an SEC team in Week 0. Can we shock another one? I'm not so confident about that, but we'll see. And we are off in this one as the Bulldogs kick it away. Ryunosuke Wood's going to return it about 5 yards deep. And that's not even going to get back to the 20. So the defense here, you see it right there. A good defense, a good secondary. We're in trouble. We know this. But maybe, just maybe, James McNeil can do what he does best. And that's dominate on the ground. As we do begin with James McNeil, and that's a good start right there. A first down run of 14. First and 10 following the James McNeil inside zone for 14. Setting up the screen and can't set it up quick enough. Second and 10. Hamilton the gun. Plenty of time as that one is dropped. So third down and 10. It was Morrow who dropped that one. Hamilton, plenty of time. Connect. Shaq McBeth picks it up. We've already moved the ball further than I had thought we would. You see the stadium pulse. This crowd going batshit insane as Ryunosuke Woods tried to take it out wide. Could only get a yard out of it. Second and 9. Speed option here. And that was extremely well defended as Xavier McLeod banged up here. But a very well defended play on the option leads now to Georgia football. And they did show Quashid Scott against Roldan, but I would expect it to be Zach Field most of the day. As Georgia to the air to start things, and that is caught. First down right there. Frankie Edwards on the tackle. 1st and 10. Hand off here. Right up the middle goes Michael Allen, and that's going to be enough for the first. Now, I did not check if this is the Michael Allen who has been playing for what feels like forever. I do not know. But I do know there was Michael Allen who went to NC State, then UNLV, then Marshall. So I don't know if it's the same guy. If so, it'd be like his 6th, 7th year of eligibility. 1st and 10 here as Georgia has gotten going. Looking to throw again. Plenty of time downfield. Easy touchdown for the Bulldogs. They make it look so simple as they get on the board first. And this is exactly what I kind of expected. However, our offense did move the ball a tad bit against their defense. Maybe we can do that again as a screen set up here, and nowhere to go for Dennis Miller. Got a big shoulder for his troubles. 2nd and 11. Hand off. McNeil. Plenty of room and another 1st down run. 1st and 10. It's an option call. Good room for Hamilton, and he's got 6 yards. We're right back where we got to last time out. Can we get further? Can we get into Georgia territory? Well, McNeil's got us close, as that's at our own 49. 2 yards and we'll have entered Georgia territory. As that's off the helmet of a lineman, I believe. Maybe that injured Eric Bordeaux, I don't know, but either way, he's banged up, and that one's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Hamilton screens this one up for McNeil, but well defended once again by the Bulldogs. 3rd and 11. Can we pass midfield? Plenty of time. Shot downfield intended for McBath is incomplete. And we don't make it past midfield yet. 1st and 10 here. As that's Michael Allen taking it out wide. Cannot do much. Chased down by Chase Taylor. 2nd and 14. Play action. Plenty of time. That is caught. And a new set of downs. Deuce Knight having a good day. That is a great name for a quarterback. I'm not going to lie. Knight finds his man again. That's going to be another 1st down. That was Roldan's first catch just a couple plays ago. Keep that in mind. As handoff here goes to Allen again, and he's going to have a 9-yard pickup. They go empty now. Knight getting his man in motion. He'll swing that one out, and just enough for the first as Taylor comes down to make the play. They go to the screen. This one's blown up. That's a good play by Frankie Edwards as that takes us to the end of the first. It could be worse, but it's 7-0. Georgia on top, and you look at the stats. We have done nothing through the air, but hey, got a little bit going on the ground, and I'll take that. That's a win for me. Second quarter of action, a 1-score game. Can we keep it a 1-score game? That's the giant question as they go to the quick screen here. Nowhere to go. That's going to make it 3rd and long. Big opportunity for this Texarkana defense. Knight, plenty of time, goes short to Roldan, and he's not going to have enough for the first. That's going to bring out the field goal unit. I can't believe it. We just held them to a field goal. Kicks up, and it's good. It'll be a 2-score game, but certainly not the way I thought it was going to be. So the offense back out. They've moved the ball more and more every drive so far. Can they move it even further now? Handoff, Ryunosuke Woods, but he doesn't get much. Gain of 3. Woods still in there. Hamilton looking to throw. Underneath, that one's dropped by Dennis Miller. And that'll bring up a big 3rd down and 7. To the air they go again. And this one is caught. Bradley Taloni, he's got enough for the first. And that's going to bring up a new set of downs. He was left alone, and at least we got back to him, as that's going to be a gain of 1 by McNeil, as that's been his worst run of the day. 2nd and 9. They go back to McNeil. He takes it wide. He's going to have a gain of 1, maybe 1.5 there. 3rd down and 8. Crowd's going crazy. You look at the stadium pulse. Throw on the run. Gets it to Ryunosuke, but he stumbles. And that stops him from being able to use that speed of his to get the first. They keep the offense out, though, on 4th and 4. They need something to go their way, right? Mesh pattern again. This one's caught Julian Allen. It's a big 1st down, as for the first time today, we've crossed the 50. Into Georgia territory for the first time. Hand off McNeil up the middle. Another nice run. He fights for extra yardage. And now Emeka Blake's hurt. Ryunosuke Woods got hurt a couple plays ago. We are getting banged up everywhere, but nothing seems overly serious at least. 1st and 10. Hand off, Headley Cantu, and that's going to be a gain of 4. Woods back in there at running back now. Looking to throw. That one is dropped. Miller again. Man, I've seen enough drops between this team and Jacksonville. I don't need to see any more drops by receivers. As nowhere to get the first there. They were ready for McNeil. A.J. Matlock in enemy territory gets the field goal, and we are at least on the board. That is a win. Against a team like Georgia, I would have never thought we'd get on the board, let alone have a 1-possession ball game going, as Knight looks to throw. Deuce Knight on the run. He's going to take off with a 1st down and more as he slides. 5 minutes left to go here in the half, as McKnight doesn't pitch it. He faked it, and Kellen Jepson was there, but now Frankie Edwards is banged up. It's the 2nd time today he's been banged up. He got hurt on a kickoff earlier. You guys didn't see it, but he did. Looking to throw. Deuce finds his man, and that's going to be enough to set up a manageable 3rd and 5. Can they get to the quarterback? Yes, they will. Kellen Jepson and Deron Reed Jr. get there. There we go, the first sack of the day, and it's the first punt that we're going to force out of the Bulldogs. Kellen Jepson got there, Deron Reed finished it, and it's 1st and 10. Texarkana, they've got a chance to maybe tie it. If they can get something going, that's not going to help, as that's the first sack for Georgia today. 2nd and 17 now. Back to the underneath. And that one is caught. The crosser works at least for a 7-yard pick up to Falcon. Quick hit there to Cantu. And that was a great play as he's got the first. Looked like he might have gone for even more for a second. 2 minutes to go here. They go underneath again. JCP uses the speed. They are back in Georgia territory. The underneath has been the money today. Just taking the easy plays as a screen sets up with plenty of blocking for McNeil. That's going to be a pickup of 5. 2nd and 5. And just when you thought maybe this team was going to get blown out there for a second, things start to look a little different as that one's dropped by JCP. 3rd and 5 now. $1:46 left before half. And that one's just dropped. Cantu couldn't haul it in. Offense stays on the field on 4th and 5. They weren't bringing the Matlock out here. It would have been too shaky for him as that one's over the head of the tight end. And they could have had it. They could have had the first down, I think. But instead, it's a turnover on downs to Georgia. And now Georgia with a chance to add points before half. All 3 timeouts. Deuce Knight connects. Frankie Edwards was back in there. Now he's shaken up again. 3rd time he's leaving today. Probably won't see much more of him, I would assume, just because he's been banged up so much. Looking to throw. Knight gets hit as he throws. That's going to force another punt. The Texarkana defense is showing out today, and that's not what you want from the Texarkana offense. Intercepted. And I mean, JCP was blanketed, could have gone to the setup screen to pick up something, but instead it's an interception. And Georgia's going to get this ball in fantastic field position to add points. So inside the red zone are the Bulldogs after the pick. Looking to throw for Deuce Knight. To the sideline, that is caught. Roldan picks up that one. And that'll put them now at 1st and goal. Handoff for Michael Allen. He gets caught up on Kellen Jepson. He gets the tackle because of it. 2nd and goal. Deuce Knight connects on the quick hit. Touchdown Georgia, and the pick turns to 6. And I'd assume that's all we're going to see for this first half of action. As we head to half, 17-3, certainly not as bad as I expected at halftime. I thought we'd see a much larger deficit. But Texarkana has gotten things going a bit. Their defense has looked pretty good overall. And, well, if it wasn't for the pick, we'd be talking something different. However, let's talk Cortez Mangum, the dual threat 4-star. We are still number 1 on his board and very high on his board right now. It feels like it could be, cross your fingers and toes, a big chance we bring in a 4-star quarterback this year. Jamison Cheeks has us number 1, but we got to fight some other schools there. And for David Hops, interesting here. We're still fighting Kansas, but we have taken a nice little jump over the other programs. There's a definite chance we bring him in. So some big opportunities in front of us recruiting-wise. And right now, still a chance in this ball game with it only being 2 possessions. Maybe, just maybe, they make the comeback? Georgia football to begin this second half, but it has not been easy for this team, at least as much as they probably thought it would be, as Roldan, he fights off of everyone to pick up the first and a bit more. I was not ready for that. Keeper here for Knight as he's going to pick up 4. 2nd and 6. Look at all that star power on Georgia's team. Crazy. Blitzing, and Buddy Gordon gets some. 2nd sack of the day for Texarkana. Buddy Gordon getting there, the senior linebacker, the leader of that defense. Comes right through making the play, and now it's 3rd down and 12. Deuce Knight running out of time. It was Fabian Vines with the pressure, the freshman. As Kellen Jepson, though, a bit banged up. We have been hit hard by the injury bug today. No serious ones, but still banged up. Cantu can't find much there. 2nd and 11. Cantu stays in the ball game. Looking to throw. Plenty of time here. And Cantu dives for it. What a catch. 1st down and 10. Hand off here to McNeil. He cuts back in. Picks up 3 off of that. 2nd and 7. Quick throw here. That's Falcon. He's going to have a gain of about 4 or 5 yards. And that makes it manageable and 4 down territory. Hand off McNeil. He fights and has the 1st. And look at this. Elijah Griffin banged up. That is a big loss, even if it's only for a little bit for this Georgia defense. As there is a definite opportunity here as McNeil couldn't go anywhere that time. Made it past midfield again. Hamilton. Quick throw here. JCP. He picks up a chunk. That makes it much more manageable on 3rd down. And the Bandits are empty. Hamilton takes the snap. Quick throw, Falcon. He's got the 1st. 1st down and 10. Do you believe in this team? This one's caught Cantu, but he's not going to get much. 2nd and 9 now. Duo set. Handoff, McNeil up the middle. He's got another 1st down run. The hard-nosed running has worked out well today, as that one just really thrown away out of the sack. 2nd and 10 for Hamilton in this offense. Play action. Quick throw. He was rushed as the pressure was getting there, and that one's intercepted. Intended, I believe, for JCP. That might be the dagger. You had a great drive. You took a ton of time off the clock. But it ends with the wrong colored jersey getting the football. Baraka Onwualu with the interception, almost said sack, as Deuce Knight throws this one up, and that one knocked away. Little Mac going for the receiver instead of the ball, as Michael Allen, though, is saying we're going to get points anyways to the 20, 10-5, touchdown Georgia. And while you can't say you're shocked, I'm sure, as now it hits a 3-score ball game. And that's more than likely the dagger, as Hamilton and company try to do something here. Headley Cantu loses the football. He tried to extend to get as much as he could. Loses the football. And it's back in Georgia's hands. What can you say? 3 turnovers. A fumble. 2 interceptions. You don't win that way normally. As there is the nice tackle by the defense, as they have played a much better game than I anticipated. I'll say that much. Give the defense a lot of credit today, as that is another catch for Roldan. 3rd and 5. Showing blitz. They will send it. Michael Allen on the run. He's taken down shy. They force another field goal. These chip shots haven't been easy for kickers. This one, though, is easily good, and it's a 24-point ball game. Enter the backups. The Bandits have put in the backups now, as it's going to be Dwayne Marley leading the way with Headley Cantu. I see Kyrie Brown out there, number 2. Can only assume 81. George Vasquez is out there as well, as that's going to be a short pickup to take us to the 4th and final quarter. At least the backups are getting some time. Now the score is looking more what I anticipated. 24-point deficit. You're not coming back, more than likely. 3rd down and 6 here. Let's see what this offense can do. Marley sets up the screen for Brown, but that did not work. They got to stay out there on 4th and 5. Underneath, that was a little high, but Berardi gets it. 1st and 10. Over the middle, that one incomplete out of the hands of Vasquez. 2nd and 10. Marley. Into a crowd there. I mean, I'm shocked there's no flag for PI as they were all over him, but either way. It's 3rd down and 10. Marley needs to pick up somebody. Picks up all of it. Kyrie Brown. Big 1st down. There's the backups have now gotten past midfield. Underneath again for Brown. That's going to be a gain of 3. He's been the top target here with the backups. 2nd and 7. Handoff goes to Cantu, and he's going to have enough for the 1st. I mean, I don't think you're thinking you're going to be competitive even with a score on this drive, but hey, this team's looking pretty good as the deep ball cannot get to him. Overthrown just by a hair. And Marley now looking to just get him something as Berardi can't get that one. 3rd down and 10. It's 4-down territory fully here as that one's caught by Kyrie Brown, and it'll be 4th and short. They got everybody on the line. No one by Vasquez. And Marley takes advantage. George Vasquez. Touchdown. Hey, we found pay dirt once today, and it comes from the backups. They decided not to defend George Vasquez, and Dwayne Marley took advantage immediately. It was a gimme, but hey, we'll take it. 2-point conversion attempt here. Can they make it a 16-point ball game? Quick throw, that's caught. JCP with the 2-point conversion. So back to the Georgia offense, and they're up against, these are the Georgia starters against the backup defense, and that's Horace Muto on the sack. Now we're just showing some highlights here as Muto picks up his 1st sack, I believe, of his career here at Texarkana. A big one. And the defense, once again, played very, very well today. Backup offense still out there. As this one thrown up for Vasquez, has it off the crosser, and a new set of downs, but with under 30 seconds now. Nothing much going to happen. Maybe the last play we're going to see of this team, and it's intercepted. Feels very fucking fitting, as that is a big pick. Once again, I believe. That is Baraka Onwualu. So, 2 picks for him today. 1 off of Hamilton, 1 off of Marley. And that's going to seal it for the Bulldogs, bring an end to our pain. And that is going to take us now to focus on week 3. The last non-conference game of the year. As Michael Allen is the player of the game. $126. 9 carries. I mean, that is a big day for him. So good for Michael Allen on that one, but you got to give it to the defense. They held them to 27. I expected a much higher scoring affair from Georgia, especially with the turnovers. You look at the fact that they had 3 turnovers before that last one to seal it, and they still only put up 27 points. I'm very happy with the way the defense played. The offense had its moments, but I expected them to struggle. It's a Georgia defense. It's going to be tough to go against no matter what. I thought James McNeil still shined with his way of running. 6.2 yards a carry is nothing to be mad about against a Georgia defense. And I mean, the backup offense got points. George Vasquez, unblocked, did get the, or undefended, did get the touchdown, and we'll take that. But overall, I'm pleasantly surprised. I expected to be essentially beaten down so much that we were shipped out of Georgia in a body bag. But we actually gave a tiny bit of a fight. And I can't complain about that. I did not think we were up to even close to Georgia level yet, but showed a bit that maybe we're getting there. As for next week, it's the rematch from the Myrtle Beach Bowl at the end of last year. We take on the North Texas Mean Green. Do we have what it takes to get vengeance from the Myrtle Beach Bowl? If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and I will see you guys next time.